Hey everybody, this is David Bui and welcome to another edition of Hometown PTBO. We're here at Confederation Square, and with Remembrance Day around the corner, I had to get myself one of our most beloved veterans here in Peterborough. It's Lieutenant Colonel Leanne Quinn. And Leanne, always a pleasure to see you here.
Well, David, thank you very much, honestly, for your organization and yourself having an interest in me being here and speaking to you today. I greatly appreciate it.
Of course, because I've seen you throughout the community so many times, and every time I see you out there, it's always a positive in some way, shape, or form. And you spent so much time in the Canadian Armed Forces. I believe 26 years. That's an extremely long time. You've really done your civic duty here. So what made you decide that you wanted to go into the military side of things?
Yes, so honestly, I was driven to the military. I knew that when I was in nursing college, that when I graduated, I wanted to go into the Canadian Armed Forces. It was just a very good fit for me. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to be a part of something that was bigger than me, and what better than the Canadian Armed Forces, where I could see the world and be protected by those great infantrymen that looked after me.
That absolutely is. And you also a Guinness World Record holder too. On top of that, while you were out there servicing that, just tell me a little bit more about that record just really quickly.
Yeah, so that was in 1993 when my legs and shoulder and back were a hell of a lot better than what they are these days. And so a team of us, a team of 8, it's a military competition. We carried a stretcher with a 150-pound weight on it.
Wow.
For 270.3 kilometers. Non-stop, and as a result of that, we were in the Guinness World Book of Records for that military competition.
Absolutely amazing feat of physicality and excellence and determination too. So you really have you're really a good physical specimen back in the day. As we know, you're also been inducted into the Peterborough District Sports Hall of Fame class of 2012 as well. So we know for hockey and softball, if I recall correctly, 2 great sports, by the way. Love them both, by the way. So we know that you're definitely there in peak shape, but you're more known about helping the community. It's all about the community. You had this sense of civic duty, and not only did you help the community after you're done your military service, you've been doing it your entire life. What is it about you that decided that you want to keep helping the community out, helping Peterborough out, everyone around you?
Well, David, if we reflect on the monument that sits behind us right here, and we're very fortunate in Peterborough to have that beautiful monument and all the soldiers' names that didn't make it back. And it's a monument to respect and honor and remember those men and women who served our country for the sake of humanity. And they did that through aggression and war. And for me to look at that monument and think I can come back here to Peterborough after 26 years and not do my little part, that would be a very big fault of mine. So honestly, I grew up in this community. I love this community. I would do anything for it. And so why not come back and help my own community people?
Absolutely. It's always a great thing to remember our veterans as well. My father had fought in the Vietnam War for 4 years as well. So, I was thankful every day that he was able to survive that, because had he not, I may not be here right now. So it's always a reminder for me to make sure that we respect our veterans for what they do out there, because they're doing stuff that the common person may not do. So.
And David, that stands for today. We have troop members in European countries right now that put their life on the line to try and maintain peace and organization, because if we don't do that, if we don't go over there and try to level the grounds through peace negotiation and training, then those flippin' wars will be right in our country. And I know that there's a lot of people that ask, why do you even go over there and help those countries? Why would you do that? Well, it's because of that. It's because we signed on the dotted line. We know that we could be deployed. We care about being deployed, and we care about our country, and we don't want those wars to end up in our own country of Canada. We're so fortunate to be born in this country.
Absolutely. So with Remembrance Day now around the corner, happening this Monday, what would you want everyone to take away from that day?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I've got to tell you, this is a very difficult time for me, as it is for a lot of soldiers, all right? This is when all the memories of 4 tours come back landing on my shoulders, of the former Yugoslavia, Somalia, Rwanda, Afghanistan, and I've been to some pretty desperate corners of our world and saw some devastation. And remembrance is very difficult for me. All the flashbacks, all the nightmares, all the pictures, all the smells, it all comes back to me. But it is so important that people remember it, and it's so important that when you see a soldier on the sidewalk or walking down the street or in the crowd, that you as a civilian stop and acknowledge them and say thank you for your service. It means the world to us as veterans. It means the world to soldiers, that the civilian world cares about what we have done.
Mm-hmm. Well, with all your years of service in the military and in the community, I'm sure that everybody who knows you has thanked you for your service, and definitely all of us here at PTBO Canada definitely thank you for your service. You know, you couldn't have done any more than what you already have already, and we appreciate every single day that you put forth for not only our community but for our country and for everybody out there to promote, you know, peace and justice here throughout the world. So again, thank you so much, Leanne, for joining us here, and thank you very much for all your service that you've done.
Thank you so much, David. And you never do anything alone. That's one thing about the Canadian military, is that you know how to work with your comrades. They keep you alive. They pick you up when you're down and out. And I'm so grateful for that. And if I could do a great shout out for my Uncle John. My Uncle John Durong was born and raised in Prince Edward Island, and my mom's brother, on a big farm. And there were 11 in the family, and he was chosen out of his family to go off to the war, the Second World War. And he was headed off to Hong Kong, and he was a Hong Kong prisoner for 4 years. 4 years, and that man, as a young private, he can't even speak about the things that he witnessed and what he was witness to. He has since passed, and on Remembrance Day, I remember the courage and strength of my Uncle John.
Well, our prayers are always with him, and again, thank you and your entire family for all of this. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you for watching Hometown PTBO, brought to you by CIBC, Pile Wealth Advisory.
So I also researched that you have I believe 4 sisters, 3 brothers?
You're right.
Yeah.
My God, you really looked this up.
I did. I did a lot of
research on this. You're no fake individual. So you're the real deal.
My fiance, she's got 2 sisters and 5 brothers there as well. So I kind of know the feeling of being around a big family, especially during the holidays or big events.
Yeah, love it.
Funny enough, on my second date with her, I had to remember. She asked me, "Could you remember all of my siblings' names?" And I had to revise every single thing, because 7 other siblings. It was
wow. Did you do it?
I did, because all of her brothers start with the letter C, so that helped.
Oh, that's helpful.